swiftly. So all the miracles that Jesus did, every word that he spoke, every feeding of the 5,000, the 4,000, casting out demons, everything he did was doing it in the Father's name. And when you're doing something in somebody else's name, you are not doing it in your own name. That means you are operating under a delegated authority. Jesus was operating not on his own authority, but he was operating under what we call delegated authority. So Jesus was representing the Father on earth. So when the Father wants to heal somebody, Jesus goes there and heals the person as a representative of the Father, using his authority. So it's like if you're at work or whatever you do as a business, if you have some direct people that work under you, if you're not going to go to the meeting, you can send a delegate, and the delegate will go to that meeting, and they will have all your powers, all the decision-making ability that you have and would have if you were present there. So your delegate will be acting on your behalf. That's what Jesus was doing. He was literally just acting on the Father's authority. Let's look at this. It's in John chapter 13. Let's quickly go to John chapter 13. We're going to do a bit of Bible study tonight. John chapter 13. John chapter 13 from verses 1 to 3. We're doing a little bit of Bible study. We're going to do a bit of Bible study tonight. John chapter 13 from verse 1. Scripture says, "Now the Passover feast began. Jesus knew that the time had come for him to leave this world and return to the Father, the one that sent him. And he had loved those who were his in the world. He loved them to the very end, to the highest degree." So it was during supper, Satan, having already put the thought of betraying Jesus in the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son. Verse 3 is pivotal. Thanks, Father Abraham. Verse 3 is pivotal. That Jesus, knowing fully well that the Father had put all things into his hands and that he had come from God and he was going back to God, Jesus understood, he knew that he had the authority of the Father as the Father's delegate. So the first step to exercising all authority is to know who has given you the authority and to know that you have been given the authority. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So the first step is knowing that it has been given to you. Scripture says Jesus was fully aware that the Father has put all things, not some things, all things were put into Jesus' hands. John 13:3. All things were put into his hands. That the Father has put all things into his hand. That he had come from God and he was going back to God. So Jesus was operating a delegated authority. Remember the centurion. The centurion said to Jesus, he said, "Jesus, don't bother coming to my house. Just speak the word from where you are. For I also am a man under authority. And I say to this one, go. And I say to soldiers under me, I say to one, go, and he goes. To another one, come, and he comes. To my servant, do this, and he does it. Just speak the word, and my servant will be healed." So the centurion was under delegated authority. And the centurion also understood that Jesus Christ was under delegated authority. Some people didn't know that Jesus was under a delegated authority. So because the centurion understood by experience how delegated authority works, he was able to say to Jesus, "You don't need to come to my house. If you have authority, you don't need to travel here. Your shadow can heal the sick if you know. You can send handkerchief and apron. You can speak the word from where you are when you know you have delegated authority. It's a game changer. That's why the centurion was fully aware. I see how this works. Jesus, don't bother coming to my house. Just speak the word from here. For I myself, when somebody says, I myself am a man under authority, he's trying to say to Jesus, you operate like I operate as well. I get it. Jesus, I know how you're operating. It's the same way I operate. That's what the centurion was saying to Jesus. The way I operate in my own sphere as a Roman soldier, a centurion that has other soldiers under him, that I'm under authority of Caesar. You, Jesus, you are also operating under delegated authority, under the authority of your Father. Your Father delegated an authority to you. That is why you can speak to the mountain and it moves. That's why you can say to sickness, go. That's why you can tell demons to come out of people and they come out, because you are operating under authority. And when you are operating under delegated authority, whatever you speak to or you command has to obey you as if they are obeying the one that gave you the authority. So when the centurion tells the soldiers to go, they must go as if Caesar is commanding them. Am I making sense? This is going to change the game for a lot of you, because I see a chunk of Christians, they are struggling with things that is way below them, but because they don't know, they struggle with it.